Hi, I'm Claudia Brown Coulter with Pivotal Peace. I'm your go-to mediator for navigating divorce while parenting children with special needs. I'm also a registered legal document assistant, LDA, based in the greater Los Angeles area. Let's talk about when and why an attorney may bring in a mediator into their divorce, to work with their divorce clients. Working with a mediator doesn't mean you're taking a step back. It could just mean a few things, that maybe this is a case that is more driven by emotions. It's emotionally gridlocked and they need help getting past that because they're so stuck in the past. They're in blame, hurt, reactivity. They cannot really deal with the business of divorce, which is what you're trying to do. You're trying to get them to reach an agreement. They haven't even felt heard yet. Another thing is maybe you're in negotiations and you've hit a wall. They're just stuck. They are stuck. I'm not moving. And yeah, you can go to court, but bills are getting high and they're not necessarily paying. And so they're stuck. They are stuck. And like I said, people just want to be heard. They're not going to tell you that though. They're not going to tell you that. But they just want to be heard. And so they're not going to make an agreement until they feel heard. And a lot of times it's that they feel heard by the other side, and that's not always reasonable. The other side could have heard them and not agreed with them. But if the other side is not giving them nonverbal and verbal cues that they're actually hearing them, they're not getting anywhere. Trust me, you're not getting anywhere. The other reason why you might want to bring in a mediator is if you have clients that have children with special needs. Maybe you're not versed in that. You don't know how to do that, or like, how do I even have a conversation with my clients about a parenting plan? How do I help them negotiate? I guess the judge will decide because the judge would know more than me. Right. It doesn't make any sense. So you can bring in an outside mediator to mediate these really special type of circumstances, these non-traditional parenting arrangement. These parenting plans need to be remain flexible because maybe there's some mental health issues. Maybe there's a lot of travel that goes along with the one parent. It's to create a parenting plan that is creative, that's flexible, that's not something that the court can deliver. And maybe because you have such a heavy caseload or it's just not something you normally do, you're not able to help your client craft something like that because you're the other attorney. And so the other side doesn't trust you, so you can't be neutral. So you might need to bring somebody from the outside in to be that neutral to help your client get their parenting plan on point. And then maybe it's just financially not that maybe it is not financially complex, maybe it's not legally complex, but it's emotionally complex, and they're just holding on because conflict keeps you connected, and so they're not ready to disconnect. So people might need to come to mediation then, because it doesn't matter how hard you're going to work, they're not going to reach an agreement anyway with you. But if they can come and realize it's done, they can begin to work and be partners in their divorce, where they're not, because sometimes people expect their attorney to do everything. And it's just like I say, I can't read your mind. The attorney can't do everything for you. There has to be some give and take. And when people come to mediation, the power is in their hands. They realize we have the power to make these decisions. So let's go ahead and make these decisions. So it can help preserve goodwill. It can save your client time and money. People are more likely to abide by a mediated agreement than by an agreement that's been forced down, top down on them. So these agreements they're going to stick. And then it allows you to be the legal expert. You don't have to mediate. You don't have to create peace. It allows you to just stay in your lane and do your job instead of being the therapist and the financial advisor and all these other things that's not really your job. It allows you to just do your job. So it can really help with the emotions. It can help people really come to the conclusion that they should be more cooperative. They can make reasonable decisions. And maybe then they're actually going to listen to your legal advice. Because I, as a mediator, I'm like, have you had legal advice? Go get some legal advice. They're going to listen to your legal advice and really see you as the expert. So, if you're an attorney, your time, your opinions are valuable, and your legal strategy matters. Mediation doesn't replace what you do. It complements it. It enhances it. It's like salt. When you season your food with salt before it's cooked, it changes it. It's just a little bit goes a long way. I want you to think of mediation like that. Just a little bit of it goes a long way to really helping your clients move down this divorce process and through your system and out of your law firm. So it's like we're out and on, and now I can bring in more clients, right? So because mediators can help move the case forward, and your clients are going to be more satisfied with the process and are going to be able to recommend you, more likely to recommend you to their friends. So if you're looking for a partner in this, a mediator can be a great partner for those cases where you're just like, they're not moving. Send out the bat signal. Get some help. All right. Like and subscribe if you found this helpful. If this is useful to someone, if you think someone can use this, please forward this, pass this along, and be a good friend. It's going to be okay. If you want to have a conversation, there's a link below. I'm happy to chat.